Hey guys, my name's Drew, and if you're here for the first time, I just want to say what's up. I hope you enjoy this video. We're going to go over the planes of the face and actually how you can improve your artwork, become more consistent with it, get your proportions right, and really just have the knowledge of what the face should look like and how to block it out so that each drawing in the future gets progressively better. And let's just jump into it right now.
What's up, guys? So we're doing the drawing now, and first we're going to go over the pencils. By the way, I'm going to do this every tutorial in voiceover style just because it's easier for me to explain things after I do it. You know, when I'm doing it, I'm kind of into the art, and I don't want to lose that focus. And that's a good tip too. You shouldn't have any distractions while you're doing art because you want to try to get in that flow state where things just happen, you know, magically. And yeah, so we're gonna use the two pencils, medium and soft. By the way, we're gonna use those. Medium for mostly the whole thing, and soft for the darker values. All right, so to start off, we're gonna draw a pretty good sized circle that's gonna represent the skull, the cranium, and then we're gonna draw a medium sized circle, or slightly smaller, and that's gonna represent the face. And finally, the smallest circle, that's gonna be the chin. And I did that so that you can go ahead and outline the whole thing and make it look like a face shape. Those are kind of set to give you the guidelines. Like if you draw those three circles, you know you're set. It's going to be a proportional looking head. And that's a struggle for a lot of people, and struggle for me too, just getting the head shape correct. You know, it's not that easy. So next we're going to draw the eyebrows. We're not actually going to draw them, we're just going to mark them in. And actually, never mind. We're going to do the skull. So this is going to look like a skeleton after we're done. You kind of draw the cheekbones. Those are going to fall about midway through the second circle. And just as a reference each time. And then it's going to wrap around the chin. And then you can take this time to go ahead and define the head more if you'd like. But you should be good there. And you can use your creative license to do whatever kind of minor alteration to the different, you know, customize your head. It's kind of a guideline to just let you do your own thing and let your imagination create whatever kind of face you want. And it's surprising each time, you know. Okay, so for the eyes, we're going to use dots right now because dots are smaller than lines, and you can go back and, you know, it's not going to make a huge difference if you change the position of the dot. But we just want to get the proportions correct right now so that we don't have to, you know, erase a bunch, and that's a huge tip you can take from this today. All right, and each eye is going to have about an almond shape to it, but you can alter it like you see I did. I kind of made the top flat, and that's a naturalized shape I see places, so I wouldn't stress about it. You know, don't do some weird shape. It's generally going to be an almond shape. But yeah, you're basically just connecting the dots here and changing it if you messed up the first time. All right, and then we're going to draw the eyelid above it. And that is a necessary part to each eye. Each eye will have an eyebrow. Well, each eye area, you know, it's like a method. It's a certain checklist I go through. Actually, let's just forward on. We got a pentagon, or no, it's a trapezoid, and we're gonna spring off some funky looking triangles from that, and that's going to represent the planes of the nose, and the trapezoid is the bottom plane. So I'm drawing the nostrils on that, and I'm going to go back and darken it later, but for right now we're just outlining everything. That's what we're doing. So here's the lip, and the top lip is going to have a little swoop at the top, and then it's going to go down basically like another trapezoid, and then the bottom lip here is not going to be a very structured shape. It's just going to be a smooth thing. But you can alter it, you know, slightly, but in general, that's what it's going to look like. And of course, in the middle, draw the little U, and just to give that overlapping 3D feel, you know. All right, so for the eyes, we're gonna do. Yeah, we didn't finish that actually. We're gonna go in and draw in the water line. And that part is crucial, and I see so many people forget to add it in. That is such a crucial part. As long as you follow the process, you put all the elements of the eye in, and you shade it with proper value, it's going to look realistic no matter what. And proportions, of course. That's the most important thing. And we're just going to block in the eyebrows now. Now that everything's outlined, we're going to go ahead and fill it all in. Yeah, so each eye is going to have the eyebrow, an eyelid, which is just going to be represented by that line above the eye, the waterline, the iris, the pupil, and the bags under your eyes. That is part of it. You have to put that in. And I'll get to that in a bit. We're just drawing in the iris and the pupil, and leave some room for the highlight, and the highlight will be in the same spot on each eye, just for reference. All right, and we're shading the corners of the eye. That is a huge part. As you can see, it just took a huge realistic jump there. As soon as you add that shading, it really takes form. So we're doing the other eye exactly the same, leaving the highlight in the same spot. And you'll see, watch again when we shade in the corners. You want to be the darkest in each corner, and then gradually light, just like a spherical. Just pretend it's a ball, but you can't see the other parts. You just see that one slit, That's what it's going to be like. So yeah, just doing that makes it look pretty stinking realistic. The bottom eyelashes, pretty straightforward. You don't want them to be as chunky as I made mine, but, it'll still look okay. Oh, and a lot of times you will have to go back and darken lines that you've made just to keep it good in compared to everything else. You want everything to have a nice flow of value. You don't want to have one part too light, and when it's supposed to be darker than another part, use your best judgment to figure that part out. For the nose, we're going to draw a circle on the tip just to define it, but you're going to draw a shadow on the bottom of it. We're going to remember, the shadow will mostly be on the bottom of everything. There's definitely going to be some halftone shadows on the side, but for the most part, the darkest, if you're just doing a quick sketch, you're not really thinking about halftones, but you're going to shade the bottom. And you can see I went over my eyelid on that one, and I'm actually going to go back on both and darken them up. And you want to shade the darkest right there in the corners of the eye, right in between. And then you're gonna shade out, and the lightest part of under the brow will be towards the outside of the eye, both parts, even if the shadows, coming straight on from the front, like we said. Or not straight on, but like slightly above. All right, so the lip, we're just going to shade those a little bit. I made the right side a little bit darker, but it doesn't have to be. You can make the left side, wherever I don't know. The top lip is going to be always darker than the bottom, just because the light isn't hitting the top as much as it's hitting the bottom, and you'll see that. Just remember, as a rule of thumb, the top lip will always be darker unless the light source is coming from a different area. It's coming from the bottom, it's going to be lighter on the top and dark on the bottom. But yeah, for the lips, the bottom lip, use your best to contour the shape of it. So start in the corners, contour to one direction, and then get to the middle. You're going to contour straight up and down, and then on the left side, you're going to contour to the left. And as you can see, I just filled in where the light does not hit as hard. So on the cheekbones, it's going to be lighter than it is on the cheeks, because the cheeks do not come out further than the cheekbones. It's the cheekbones first, and then your cheeks going to drop. I'm going over the nostrils just to make them more prominent, and then a little shadow under the nose. So I went back because I thought those should be darker. Really, I want you guys to trust your own judgment. Just imagine you're trying to pull the 3D image out of the paper. And yes, it's going to be darker as you get down to the bottom because the face does taper down. It's not just like a structural thing, you know, it's like the face has curves to it that we don't really think about. And we got to include those in the drawing just to make the form correct. All right, and I wouldn't spend too much time on the ears, but in general, they're going to start about mid-eye at the top and finish about at the nose, where the nose ends at the bottom. But then again, people are going to have bigger ears, smaller ears, so it's up to you, but that's where the standard is. And we're just going to do the left side. Yeah, so I think I'm about done with this drawing. I'm going to finish up with the forehead because it does deserve some shading. And actually, I forgot to do this in the video, but I left the chin pretty white, and you could think of it as like he's got a chin that sticks out really far, but, you know, I went back after the video and shaded the chinning just because it was bothering me, so. Yeah, and like I said, the bags, I added those. You can see I just touched it up some more. That is a crucial part just to create the idea that the eye is a spherical thing and it's in that head, you know. You don't, because it'll show. That's just part of your facial anatomy. And then the neck, don't make it too small or too big. Use your best judgment. It's generally going to be like a 1/4 inch in from the jaw or more. I'm not sure. You know, everyone's got a different neck. But yeah, that's about it. And yeah, I drew the shadow for the chin there. You want to include that. But yeah, in general, that is it, guys. So I'll just take this moment to say thanks for viewing this video. And if you found it helpful at all, I just want you to smack that like if you're feeling it. And stay subscribed to me if you want. I mean, like, I'm going to come out with some more tutorials. I really want to give you guys the best time drawing. I want to give you guys that confidence. Because a lot of people give up, and I think if you just follow the structure, the process, you'll be in good shape. So, thanks for watching. I'll see you later.